Good morning. It is Thursday, August 26, 2021, back here for Bed Talk 371. And today I'm going to talk about Top Gun, but not till the end. Actually, I'm going to talk about focus and staying focused on projects and a little bit of time management, although I don't love the phrase, and about prioritization. I'm a big fan of blocking time on my calendar. And I come and go in terms of how effective I am at it. But some of the ways I've become more effective is two things. Number one, I block time on my calendar. And number two, which is the more important piece, when I block it, or at least before I start the time, but ideally when I actually block it, I put in the calendar time exactly what I'm going to do during that time. Not generally, but very specific. So for example, it's not acceptable or usually helpful for me in that block time to say something like, I'm going to work on email outreach. That's too vague, because here's what happens when my list or absence of a list is not clear and specific. It's easy for me to give that time away to other things that pop up, whether it's from an outsider asking for time, or it's from me with something else I see or get distracted by, because I admit I'm easily distracted. But when I've got something very specific, then when I consider not doing that, instead of saying working on this, I'm saying, hey, I committed to myself to work on sending these 10 emails or making these 6 introductions or writing this chapter in the book or the book I'm working on or editing this chapter. So the more specific you are, the more likely you are to hold that space, hold that time, honor it, and stick with it. So here's the Top Gun part. I love movies, and I love the lessons that movies teach us or remind us about. And when I'm working on focus, I think about late in the movie Top Gun. You remember earlier in the movie Top Gun Maverick left his wingman. He took off to do his own thing. But in the end of the movie, I think they're called his Rio, is saying, this guy's on us, you got to do something. And he keeps saying, I'm not leaving my wingman. I'm not leaving my wingman. I actually think about that movie scene when I've blocked time or I'm working on a project or a task. I say something like that to myself. I'm not leaving this project. I'm not leaving this task for 2 reasons. It's important. And number 2, it feels good to actually get it done. And when I don't, I actually feel disappointed and disempowered and unmotivated. So there's so many wins from actually doing those things that you've set time for. So try it out, block the time, be really specific in exactly what you're going to do. And when you start to get distracted, remember Maverick, who didn't leave his wingman, and don't leave your task either. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.